What is up and welcome you guys to my YouTube channel. My name is Tshegohatso Malepe, but you can call me Tshego. I'm cool with that. Without any further ado, let's get into this video, my get to know me tag. Okay, so I asked you guys on my Instagram and my TikTok account to please drop me some questions that you would like for me to answer in this very video. And a few of you came through for me and you are appreciated. And if you are brand new around here and you have absolutely no idea who I am, that's also cool. Please do stick around and yeah, let's answer some questions from the people that have questions for me. Okay, so let's get started with the questions that I got from Instagreasy. The first one says, and this one is from Ogul Nepe. What's up, Khatso? What it do? What's the best memory or experience in your life? How vivid can you unfold it, and what have you learned from it, good or bad? The best memory from my life. I think one of the best memories was when I received a call from the SABC telling me that I had actually made it as one of the presenters on Cubase 28 back in 2019. So all of my friends from varsity at the time, I was in first year, were going to Wits for the beer fest and I was broke, so I couldn't go with them. So I was kind of bummed about it. But anyway, I proceeded to make my way home. And as I was and when I arrived there, because at the time I used to live with my brother, he hadn't left me the key, so I was stuck outside. And now I'm like, oh wow, I am broke and I'm locked outside, my dear. And as I'm chilling there, my phone rings. So I answer the phone and because I could see Hurmanag is 011. So this is an office number and I had been waiting. It had been about 3 months since I had auditioned for this, but I recognized the SABC number. Nekeswara 3310 at the time. So yeah, I picked up the call and then Vugani, who worked at SABC2 at the time in marketing, he's the one who was telling me that I got the job, and I was so thrilled. I called my mom, I called my dad. I was just so excited, and in that moment, I knew, as much as I was having a funny Friday, it was sweet because I had that moment to myself. Yeah, it was such a dope moment. It was such a dope moment. It's like absolutely one of the best experiences I had because it changed my life in so many ways. You also asked what did I learn from it? I learned that good things come to those who put in the effort, who don't take no for an answer, those who take a risk. Because before that, I had stopped going to auditions. My brother's the one who encouraged me to start auditioning because he could see I've got the personality, I've got the look and all that stuff. So I tried it and it didn't work out. I remember attending auditions for the YoTV Sparletta Quest for Fame. We traveled all the way to Menlyn Mall and I didn't even get to audition. So yeah, those kinds of things were happening over and over. I would audition and not get roles, and then I just started thinking, maybe this TV thing is not for me. And literally my mom and sister, had they not convinced me to go and audition for Cubase 28, a lot of you would not even know that I exist because you used to watch me before Dragon Ball Z came on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to my mom, my late mom, and my sister for encouraging me to go out there. I actually traveled all the way to Clearwater Mall from the Vaal by myself. Yeah, I wish I could find that audition tape. It would be so cool to see me because I had this like funky hairstyle. So yeah, so the second question is from Zen Zale. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. She's got quite a few questions. The first one says, I'd like to know, what was the one thing that convinced you to be so open and share on YouTube? I think the one thing that encouraged me to start being open is the fact that I know that even if it's just one person who's going to benefit from my courageous act of talking about uncomfortable things on such a public platform, my job would be done. And I've always known that one day I would have to do this kind of thing. It's just that I didn't know how or when. But, you know, there comes a time where you can no longer shy away from the things that God has placed in your heart. And this is my way of getting out of God's way, because I had to get over my fear of sucking at something new, get over my fear of looking stupid, and just do this thing. So question number 2 says, what has your journey been like to finding your purpose, and what advice would you give to others finding theirs? Wow. I say wow like that because it really hasn't been an easy journey. And I'm not gonna say that I'm fully living in my purpose. What is happening is that puzzle piece by puzzle piece, things are starting to make sense to me. But I've always, like I said just now, I always knew that my place would be to share and inspire and teach others and encourage others, which is, I think the most important thing is for me to encourage other people and also help them to see their own potential. Because I know that I needed that at some point in my life. The advice that I would give you, do not be afraid to gravitate towards the things that are whispering at you. Do not be afraid to try out new things, you know, especially if you have this nagging feeling within you that you need to do a particular thing. Do it, run with it. And then on your journey, you need to ground yourself as a person. You need to be able to get to a place where you can clearly hear the voice of God. Because throughout my life, God was telling me things about what it is that I should be doing. And it's not always that I was able to hear God's voice. So spiritually, that's another thing. You need to be grounded, have a relationship with God. Number 3, do not make the opinions of others weigh more than the opinion you have of yourself, backed up by what God has told you about what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So don't seek the validation of others. I know we are human and it will happen, but counter those thoughts about what other people may think about you by what God says about you. You know? Yeah, those are the 3 things that I would advise you on your journey. And if something is not working out, it's fine. Try something else that you know you could possibly be good at, or you're interested in exploring, as long as it is authentic to who you are. Give it a go. Last one, it says, how do you stay motivated? How do I stay motivated? I'm going to circle back to the spirituality part of things. I like to remind myself who God says I am. I like to remind myself of the things that I was previously able to achieve by being fearless, by being courageous, by being brave and just going for it, you know. And then also, I like to create. Whether I paint, I just like to use my talents in order for me to stay motivated, because There's a certain sense of satisfaction that I get from completing a task, especially when I don't feel up to it. It's good to release good hormones. Create. Yeah. And that's how I stay motivated. And then Zenzel says, all the best on your channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for the questions. All right, so that's all that we got from Instagreezy. So I decided to find some questions to answer for this video because I didn't have any more questions from my social media platforms. I didn't want to wait much longer than I have to create this video. What time do you go to bed? Okay, what a weird question. I go to bed normally around 9 p.m. but if I'm struggling to sleep, then I can sleep as late as 11 p.m. I'm so glad that I'm over that times where I would be on TikTok until like 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm so grown. So grown. Maybe it's because I now have a 10-month-old. I cannot afford to be up on TikTok at weird hours of the morning. Who is your celebrity crush? Yo, currently. Who am I crushing on currently? I actually don't have a celeb crush. But my most recent celeb crush was Lloyd Cele. Is it Lloyd Cele? Wait, let me double check. Lloyd Radebe. the medium from Ubizo. Oof. I was crushing on him so much. Like, I just love his demeanor. And then yeah, he's married now. Maybe he's been married all along, but I think that made me like change my mind about having a crush on him. How would you rate your childhood on a scale of 1 to 10? I would rate my childhood a solid 6. As much as I went through things that were not so nice in my childhood, one of them being my parents' divorce, witnessing my dad struggle with alcohol. Even with that, I would say my childhood was a solid 6. I had so much fun with my cousins growing up. Yeah, I enjoyed my schooling years. I had so much fun. Primary school, high school. I had a great time. I had fun with my siblings. We had a good relationship. Yeah, solid 6. My mom was cool like that. I could talk to her about anything. What is your middle name? Ciao. My middle name is Fair Hope. Fair Hope. Yeah, I don't use it simply because I don't want people calling me Fair Home. You know, if I'm gonna use that name, I literally have to like enunciate properly because people will not hear me majority of the time. Fair Home, Fair Hole. No thanks. My mom named me after her high school roommate. I think that's what she said. Yeah, I actually googled it because like I was bothered for many years in my life as to why my mom would name me that before I actually asked her why she named me Fair Hope. And then I googled it, and then it turns out that it is a small town in some place in some states in the US. Yeah. What are your favorite values in friends? Absolutely honesty. Even about things that are not, you know, so that are, even with things that we don't find easy to be honest about. For instance, a simple example, like if I have something in my teeth, or why did I just do that? If I have something in my teeth, or like if my outfit is not giving, let me know, babes. To if my boyfriend is cheating, let me know, hun. If you don't like the way I spoke to you, let me know, baby. You know, if you miss me and you love me, let me know. You know, those are the kinds of things that I like. What is your favorite piece of clothing? What is my favorite piece of clothing? I like really comfortable t-shirts, and I really do enjoy a good pair of underwear. Yeah, I'd say that. My feet are always cold, like all the time. So even socks. What was your first job? Okay, so when I was just after I finished matric, right? I went looking for a job, and my first actual job was that of a waitress. I used to be a waitress at a place called Gospodon in Newtown. I think the place has since been closed down, but just before I became a presenter on Cubase 28, I was a waitress. Do you have any bad habits? I wouldn't classify this as a bad habit, but it's just something I don't do when people I'm not comfortable with are around me. I pick my nose and clean my nose and take out all the dinkongodi, like boogers, because it's uncomfortable. You know, sometimes they dry up, and then yeah, I pick my nose. I do use a tissue, but sometimes I use my fingers and then I'll wash my hands. Yeah. Do you have any pets? No, I do not have any pets, but in the future I would like to have a dog. Once I've settled down, you know, I can just imagine myself, me in my house, which is like has sufficient natural light, and it's airy, and like, you know, I'm just chilling there by the balcony with my dog. I don't know which breed just yet. Maybe like a German Shepherd, and then I'm just cuddling my dog, red wine in hand. Yeah, and the kids and my husband are doing whatever that they're doing. Maybe he wabarai, and I'm just waiting for the food. Yeah, I'd love to have a dog. What social media platform do you use the most? Currently, YouTube and TikTok. When was the last time you embarrassed yourself? I embarrassed myself quite a bit. Because I'm such an outspoken person. And I think sometimes I will be in public, and I will have really like awkward interactions with people. And then I'll just feel like, wow, girl, that was embarrassing. I think I was at Woolworths and I was just speaking out. I was calling out a cashier for helping a white lady before helping me, even though I arrived there first. I actually made a video about that. Go check it out. What is your favorite book? To date, my favorite book is Peace from Broken Pieces by Iyanla Vanzant. It's one of those books that, you know, I read at a time where I really, really needed it. I was coming out of a really, really bad breakup. And I just needed to pick me up. And that book was really, really a pick me up for me. Another book I really enjoyed reading was The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Oh, and another book that I enjoyed reading is The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. Do you have any weird quirks? Yes, I do. I can put lotion on my own back. I'm quite like flexible. I'll show you. Yeah, so I don't need a man. Yeah, yo. How many languages do you speak? I speak Sesotho, English, sufficient Afrikaans. I dabble in isiZulu. You can tell by that accent. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Basic, I know. I try to teach myself French at some point, but yeah, if you don't have someone to speak the language with like consistently, it's more challenging to learn the language. Are you single or taken? I am both. Here's how. I'm single, but I am not quite ready to be anybody's girlfriend because I'm taken by myself. I want to work on myself. I want to do more healing so that I can be a healthier version of myself. And I know that I will stand a better chance of lasting in a relationship that way. Yeah, if I meet someone who is aligned in that sense, like working on themselves and then like giving me the best of themselves and then vice versa. So yeah, I'm very much open to mingling. I can offer you friendship. Do you have any allergies? Yes, I have allergies. Funny enough, I'm allergic to Tang Plus. It's a powder that you mix with water. I remember just mixing the drink and having it. A few minutes later, my face literally had like patches of like, the patches were swollen. My skin was raised where the patches were. So that's how I found out that I am allergic to Tang Plus, but that's about it. Who were your childhood idols? OMG. Definitely Somizi Mhlongo, because I believed I was going to be a choreographer when I grew up. Missy Elliott, because I loved her. I loved her, man. Her confidence, and I wanted to dance for her. That's how much I loved dancing. Which of your parents do you resemble? I think I look like both my parents, but I lean more towards my mom. Yeah. What is your favorite sport? Favorite sport. I played hockey and netball and cricket. If we're counting both primary school and high school, but I think my favorite sport would have to be, if I'm choosing between those three, definitely hockey. Yeah, but guys, that's where we're gonna wrap it up. To everybody who sent me a question, thank you so much for interacting with me. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please let me know what else you'd like to know about me. I will answer in the comment section this time around. Yeah, stay blessed. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to everybody who stayed and watched the video until this far. Do interact with the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It is I, Tsegohatso Malebe, and I'm signing out.